Merry Christmas! May the joy of this blessed Christmas day be yours. May it warm your heart with faith, that most elusive and most rewarding of the gifts of God. This is the day for peace and merriment, joy and memories, family, friends, and strangers. This is the day to make new memories and find new ways to make the lives of others finer. The family, photos, the door opening to the bedecked Christmas tree, the stockings, the squeals of delight of the children, the elaborate breakfast with eggnog and sausages, grapefruit and cherries, fancy biscuits, Christmas pudding and Christmas cake, and so much more. An afternoon to sleep off breakfast, or to travel to more distant relatives, or to head off to the shelter to cook and serve dinner to those who don't have a home to go to. Traditions of generations and traditions that begin today. It's a day to set aside differences, a day to love, and save the bickering for another day. Harmony should reign this day. There's a delightful story from the First World War. A famous Christmas peace took place on the Western Front in 1914. It wasn't organized by the generals and the politicians, but by the ordinary German and English soldiers on the battlefield. On Christmas Eve, the Germans erected a few small trees and sang Silent Night. The English responded with Christmas carols, and one by one, the guns went silent. Banter across the lines continued into Christmas Day, and the guns remained silent. Both sides talked across no man's land, and they agreed to use this time to bury their dead and fix up the trenches in which they lived. The truce extended into football and photos and smiles and hope. It didn't last. The war resumed for another 4 years, but it remains a glimmer of hope of what can be possible. Ordinary men and women working to live peaceful, loving lives is the lesson for the season. Extending a hand in friendship and peace and shared humanity is possible. It can be done. It's the message of Christ incarnate, a message so badly needed in our fractious world this day. This day of all days, we Christians celebrate the birth of the Christ child, as has been done for over 2,000 years. We know that his birth was the most important, most miraculous, most wondrous birth that ever took place. For his birth, life and death secured for each of us forgiveness of sin and life everlasting, and all because we have come to know him as our friend and brother. We have come to know that his Father is our Father, and we've come to know the incredible love that he has for us. And so we celebrate this day, and we commit to praying and working for a peace between all, that peace may reign and war be no more. Let this day be filled with all that the Prince of Peace gives us, as we remember that first Christmas day in a stable. As we lift our voices in hymns and psalms, let praise and delight fill our hearts and our lives. My prayer for us? Glorious Christ child, bring your innocence and love into each heart and into each home, that peace may triumph over war, charity over hate, and let us live our lives not merely for ourselves, but for others. Let us be united as the world's family, your brothers and sisters, united by our Father and guided by the Holy Spirit, until the day you welcome us safely home. So may it be. And may the very merriest of Christmases be yours this glorious Christmas day.